So the fact that we are the universal responsibility and have this case and know the concept of them therein. That the recommendation to the president is in place and it left for the president to take action. We have done our part and let us not go back to ambushman. If the ambushman will be brought here, perhaps it will be a different issue. Thank you, Madam Pro Tem.
Thank you. Senator Nimle, followed by Senator Toko.
Thank you, Pro Tem. Rescue, I see you rushing, you want to win. You want to win, so you're breaking the law. If you are a rescue and you don't know the difference between the violation of the conduct, code of conduct, and you want to support a gentleman that you put in power that control more than 20,000 civil servants in this country, that's a very big vote. 20, how much? 70,000. 70,000 civil servants he controls, and he went in the street. And your eyes are not clear enough to see him, and you say, "Oh, take off that t-shirt. You're supposed to wear it now." And you come here, oh, the man is not violate. The man, you will miss the preacher, you will fall down in the water. They will not win. We are running a government, not a political party. A government we're running. We're sitting here, just stop politicizing what is wrong. Prior to this party winning, 2020, while you were running campaign, there were young people in the streets that were wearing t-shirts. 95% of our citizens in the country are not card-carrying members of political parties. When you see them in the street, they wear 4 t-shirts of 4 different political parties. All of you that are here, you know the deal. When they see you, you put so many people out, they throw out one t-shirt and join among the other people. And so, Rescue was able to identify people who were wearing CDC t-shirts. They won and keep the power, and people that were already confirmed by us. When you offer, I saw you wearing CDC t-shirt 2023, 2020, you fire. I saw you wearing CDC t-shirt 2020, you fire. So today, your man who controls 70,000 people and is in government, he is wearing a party t-shirt and campaigning 3 years in advance. Is that not a violation by itself? Who declared campaign here in this country? And I'm not talking to you. 3 years in advance, you are campaigning. 3 years in advance, you are campaigning to put rescue government back into power. And you're stepping over people now. So that is not a problem. That is a serious problem. Committee, you have done a very good job. My problem with you today, you gave too many options. This man did not give anybody option when he was firing people 2 years ago. No option was given. Many men said, you have been confirmed by the Senate, but we saw you wearing t-shirt. CDC t-shirt, you fire. So today, you gave the people here, you gave him 5 different options, 7 different options. That the president, oh man, President Nyagoro say, I find you 2 days, don't come to work. They never come to work tomorrow. I think we should have narrowed down our recommendation. You are not fire him the way he used to fire people, so that he will understand that the law does not only support an individual. Thank you very much.
Senator Topo, followed by Senator Brown.
Distinguished Senator, I think the debate here is not to support Josiah Jokai. The recommendations, the police have been very clearly stated all of the violations. I want him back. I wanted your signature. Come on. So it's not about violation or not. It's about we who want to hold somebody accountable for violation should not be violating too. Because if we attempt to put the code of conduct aside or to cherry pick to say, as per the code of conduct, this person is wrong. So we take one provision or two provisions, we take provision part 5, and then we leave part 12. Then we are also in violation. It's a reading in relation, reading the Bible, only by a verse and not by the chapter. The code of conduct said that we take to defend here, say that all complaint as related to this code goes to the ombudsman. It also said that each public official or every public official, okay, have the right to complain, which Senator Coney has done, but that complaint should have gone to the ombudsman. In the absence of the ombudsman, then we can be discussing here. The ombudsman has been established, and it says that complaint and that report should be confidential. Read chapter 12. Confidential. Now we have got a report to the public. If we call this a report, I'm coming, sir. We read the law. Let's go back. We make this a point. We stay here. Our oversight should be on the ombudsman performing. Now, even for us to send a complaint, because it didn't say the Senate can complain. It says public official. No. Public official or private citizen can complain. That's the law you wrote here. Any attempt for you to leave that law and act by going to the president after you already have an ombudsman by the law and giving a complaint to the president of recommendation, you are amending by default this law. And it will need a concurrence of the House of Representatives. Because you already have a law. What we can do here is to ask the ombudsman to enforce the law. Are you?
Senator Dobo, the Senate, the Liberian Senate, has the right to carry on such an oversight, and we can only make our recommendations to the President of Liberia, not to the Ombudsman. We cannot compromise our oversight right. So what we are doing here is the oversight right. So let me correct that.
You are in the debate.
No, I'm not in the debate, but I have to correct that because
we are undermining the law we write. Our oversight to be on the implementation of the law, not to be directing how it's implemented. Yes, because the law says first there must be a regulation. To inform the ombudsman, there must be a regulation. We are not called the ombudsman to ask whether you are develop a regulation on the code of conduct. So we are regulating on our function. But we want to implement the Senate has the right. That is wrong.
The Senate has the right to do that investigation.
Now to amend the law.
Only recommend to the president, not to the ombudsman.
That is
The
wrong.
Senate is an institution.
But we cannot enforce the code of conduct on our function.
Yeah. So don't reduce the Senate to an individual. Now reduce the Senate. Yeah. The Senate cannot recommend to any minister or director. The Senate can only recommend to the president. And the president will deal with the minister or the director. The Senate has a right to perform the oversight role that we are performing by investigating through committees and bringing a report here. It's not a debate, but it's a correction. As I presided, I can allow us to mislead the public. All right. Senator Brown. No, but we can reduce the Senate. I can't be presiding and you reduce the Senate authority. That is the authority of the Senate. It's not a branch of government. Senate is an institution. Senator Brown. Senator Senator Dopo, you're misleading the public as the Senate authority. That's the Senate authority, and the Senate will not recommend to any minister or director. The Senate will recommend to the president. Senator Brown. It was just said that the Senate should deal with ombudsmen. The Senate cannot deal with ombudsmen. Senator Brown. Senator Brown. We have a separate complaint and the recommendation should go to the president, not to the ombudsman. Let the president summon the ombudsman and give him the instruction on what the Senate says. Senator Brown.
And let me thank the committee for this well-written report. What is before us and what the committee has done is sending two messages, or the same message, but to two different people. First, to Sarah. You cannot say, do what I say, but don't do what I do. You can't be that picture. That's the message you send. Few months ago, several servants were dismissed for the same practice. Several, not even one person. Several of them were dismissed. I'm not sure they even had the opportunity that we gave him. We accorded him due diligence, justice. Our committee invited him. Why did you do this? He admitted he did it. But he tried to justify why he did it because he went with the president. The law does not excuse you to go because you went with the president. He admitted. So we gave him justice. The people he dismissed, I'm not sure whether he gave them justice, whether he gave them the opportunity to defend themselves. But we did that to him. And that shows the maturity of this, and we want to follow the law. The second message is to the president himself. What was wrong yesterday is wrong today. Look at the Governors Commission. The chairman, the former chairman, Garrison Yellow, the co-chairpersons were dismissed from the jobs. And they were accused for participating in political activities. That's why they were removed, allegedly, from the Governors Commission. The two of them ran to the Supreme Court to seek justice. The Supreme Court ruled in their favor and said their removal was illegal and directed and sent down a ruling that they should be reinstated. Up to now, the president has refused to reinstate them. And Larry Togba is still acting as chairman of the Governors Commission. So we have to send a message to the president. What was wrong yesterday, today it is wrong. If you remove Garrison Yellow from the chairmanship of the Governors Commission because you say he participated in political activities, the Director General of the Civil Service Agency, Josiah Jaka, is doing more than what they did.
So if we write, let's put it to the feet of the president. Let's put it to the feet of the president. And let him take the action. And Liberians are watching. We are watching. There's a reason why many Liberians voted for the president. Even some of the people who were not part of the Unity Party or the Rescue Mission, there's a reason why. Because they felt that with the longevity in governance of this country, they will do things differently. So we're watching. Even some of the people that were in opposition, when they heard that he had won, they took confidence in the fact that former vice president, somebody who served as vice president for 12 unbroken years, will do justice to this country. And so though they lost the elections, those in opposition, they still believe that what they thought their party would do in governance, he will do it. So we're watching. So we are on course. I think, pro tem under your leadership, we are on course. Let's send this to the president and then wait his action. It's not a trap. Let's send it to him. The message is that what was wrong that we campaigned against, today, those things should still be wrong. Josiah Jaja, Jukaya, you cannot be a preacher. You can't tell civil servants, say, don't do what I do, but do what I say. You can't be that preacher. We can't follow you like that. You cannot be a direct general of over 70,000 civil servants and you can govern them like that. So if civil servants, based on the code of conduct, cannot engage in political activities, you as their head, you can do the same. That's the message we are sending. I think we are on course, and I want to thank the committee for this brilliant report, and I think we should vote unanimously that this report should be sent to the president for his action. I yield. Thank you.
Senator Chair, followed by Senator Last. Senator Last will be the last speaker. Yeah. Senator Chair, okay, Senator Joseph. Senator Chair will speak. Senator Jala and Senator Joseph will be the last. Senator Yap.
Earlier debated a report that follows on the violation of the code of conduct. And some of our colleagues are making the argument that this matter will have been left handled, or for that matter, our report to be submitted to the Ombudsman Commission.
Senator, please use the microphone.
Senator Amara Collins is well learned. I'm sure he has read the code of conduct. I'm sure he is also aware of the responsibilities entrusted to the Ombudsman Commission as far as the administration of the code of conduct is concerned. He left the Ombudsman office and brought a report, a complaint to the Senate, as the senator himself, that a member of the executive violated the code of conduct. And that member of the executive is no other than the Director General of the Civil Service Agency. One of my colleagues said, who oversees 70,000 civil servants in our country. What does that tell us? Why does bringing this complaint to us tell us? Firstly, that the Ombudsman Commission has neglected its function. And for the most part, we are aware that they have not been very proactive in investigating issues related to the violation of the code of conduct. For the most part, and that's why I believe also that Senator Poland does not bother himself to go to them. He brought it to us. Why did he do so? Because he wanted for us to use our oversight to deal with this matter. Now, this is where we are making the mistake. We are trying to confuse our oversight with the functions of an agency that we have created. We cannot subordinate our oversight to the work of any agency of the government. Because we cannot report to them. And for them, you're right. You're right. You're not a lawyer, but you made a strong legal argument. You're right. Why should we subordinate ourselves to an executive agency or whatever agency it might be, whether it's autonomy, whatever form it might appear by law? Should we do that? I said no. We cannot do that. If the matter are going to them, that's a different thing. But once it came to us, so that we can review it, monitor it, review it, using our oversight. And should we now say, oh no, I mean, use our oversight, we now say executive or whatever agency there is, you now take seize of the matter and come back to us and report to us again. So someone report to us again. Can we do that? I said no. We cannot do that. We cannot do that. That argument is defeated. We cannot do that. We're not supposed to do that. So we subordinate our authority to that agency of the government. The only person in this case, and as determined by the committee, that we are supposed to submit our report to the President of Nigeria. With the appointed authority for these people we are talking about, and especially the question here. This is where is now our report supposed to go. It's like the judiciary. You think when you say the judiciary has rules, the ethics committee has a committee to review the conduct of judges and what have you, it means that you can go to court. There are some matters when you have, they say no, you go there. If you want to go to court, you go to court directly. But when you go to the committee, then they have authority to act upon those matters. You cannot say because this matter, I can say so no. So we have to understand that here in this matter, as far as this matter is concerned, what we are using here is our authority, our oversight authority. That's what we are using here. And that authority surpasses the authority of all the agencies we have created. All of them. So we can report to them, and we are not supposed to report to them, and we must not report to them. No, we cannot do that. So we are right that this matter should be properly placed before the President of Nigeria to take action. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Senator Chala. Senator Chala. You give the information after Senator Chala.
Thank you, Madam President. And thanks to all of our colleagues for their fine thoughts. I want to also thank the committee for which I'm a part. But some kids hard to talk. case had a top. And this is one of those cases. You know, there is something called law versus expediency. What is law is one thing, and what is expedient, and at what time it matters. Is it expedient to push the president to anger, to descend on his president? It's another matter. Yesterday, we agreed to temper justice with mercy. In the case of Nangwe. Today, some matter have a thought. I said that.
Order.
I call my colleagues to order that because he is insinuating that we're trying to coerce the president to carry out our fiduciary responsibility. Nobody forcing the president against his will. But what we are doing is a constitutional mandate based on our oversight. That's the order according to.
Well done.
Your Honor, Hanky.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
Order to your signature.
Let me just-
There are two issues the Senator County brought. The issue about Nangwe was the issue of
I'm not going here.
Hold on, wait. Yeah.
was the issue of conduct.
Yeah.
The issue about Josiah Joker is a matter of law. So that's why I'm calling you order. Let me talk
A
about.
matter of law, violation of the law. Order trustee.
The premise of my colleague is laughable.
Oh, who's asking the order and say, okay.
As I said, it seems to be that we are punishing the CSN order twice. One for the action he took today that we now we see as incorrect, and action he took years ago when he dismissed people. Under the law, he will remain silent at the time he should have spoken. Should not come back to talk about it. More than 2 years ago, Josiah thought he was acting in good faith. Nobody here talk about it. Nobody here talk about it. Everybody was clapping for him. All my was clapping for him. Just protect and protect me. All I will get here for nothing. I won't wait. Don't give me chance. Yes. Yesterday, Josiah took an action. What I was good or bad, people pass for him. And the problem in this country will pass for everything. They may talk. It was a talk director at the time. Today, he's a bad boy. So I guess saying, we kept on budget with Justin yesterday. Can we look into the same suitcase we use? If we done fine. But for me, it's a well documented website. I can only say, are we having a conversation on the side? Yes. After the quorum.
Can we give?
Yes. So it is not to say the Senate action is under virus. No. But there is something called, there's a delicate balance between law and expediency. So I will leave it hanging for you to be able to bring it down. And I'm asking the Senate to also use the same goodwill of 4 nights ago when December mercy with justice. Thank you.
Senator Joseph. Okay, yeah, let's hear from.
Pro tem distinguished colleagues, let it be clarified that we all are aware and in agreement that Josiah Jokai violated the code of conduct. Our position has never been to defend him. Our argument is about procedure. Honorable Jokai did not only violate the code of conduct, he hypocritically violated it by firing people while he himself carried on the same act. Let's be clear. Secondly, at no point in time are we trying to subject the Senate to a branch, to an institution in the executive. Our point was to summon the ombudsman. He will even aid with the investigation and recommend punishment to the president. That was our point. But we all are in the same boat, very much aware that hypocritically, Honorable Josiah Jokai violated the code of conduct. I will admit that.
Senator Joseph.
Thank you.
Senator.
Honorable Pro Tem and colleagues, I think the Senate sometimes want to see on another day, they don't want to see another thing. What do I mean? During the dinner of the Liberty Party, the foreign minister was present. She took back into the activities. She had, you want to give me a chance?
You don't have to be
For an operation, the foreign minister was not at the Liberty Party dinner. It was the International Women's Day program.
Correct. But it was the Liberty Party dinner program.
No, she was never present. It was at the International Women's Day program, celebrating the national holiday. Only women were women, and she was the guest speaker for the International Women's Day program. At the Liberty Party headquarters. Yeah. They were not campaigning for anybody. At the International Women's Day program, she was the guest speaker. The program, you're right. It was not political. It was not political. We don't talk about nobody running for any position. Yeah. No. That comparison is not in line. It's not in line at all.
So I believe the honorable Abdel Senate should also investigate all. Let them get all details to us, all of the activities and what happened there.
Nobody running campaign to that program. Our winning program, International Women's Day. All right. Any other speaker? Motion, Senator Michael and Senator Tyler. Can we do the motion?
I've listened very carefully, and I chose to listen and speak. I've been one of the last speakers. The reason being, I am from the opposition.
And some of the individual civil servants who were affected, majority of them were opposition members. And our brother Josiah Joka, who happens to be the CSA director, when you read the code of conduct, his action taken before were never order, because he had a responsibility to enforce the requirement of the code of conduct. And being like Senator DeLong said, his action is egregious. It's not an ordinary action. I have a few concerns, and Senator Brown said it. Why, if the president failed to act on the recommendation, what would be the position of the Senate? Why if? Therefore, I am suggesting, Madam Pro Tem, distinguished colleagues, as a matter of fact, or principle to enforce Senate's decision, the Senate should be considering other action just in case the president refuses or president fails. Because the president has so many people in his cabinet who are also political appointees and holding political positions. He made reference with Larry Toba dismissing or suspending our colleagues from the GSC. We have ministers in the government who are holding political party positions. Why if? So I'm suggesting in the recommendation, we should exclude, because the action is egregious, we should exclude the issue of fines from the recommendation, so that the recommendation can be endorsed in totality, except for the issue of fines, so that some serious action can be taken. But if you include penalty to include fine, against the president, just a man will fine you for 1 month salary, and in the end, then the recommendation has been enforced. So I'm therefore suggesting in today's body that for us to be seen as a serious body, so we can send warning to other officials in the government who are holding similar positions, that we should extract the issue of fine from the recommendation while we are sending the recommendation to the president. I therefore you.
Agenda Momo. Look at the same phone. Thank you, Senator Mabel.
All right. So motion, if it is a legal violation, that punishment should be in line with the law. The Senate we cannot recommend fines and all that. Yeah, the law has to decide, the law will decide what to do with it. Yeah. Motion. The motion. Chair.
Thank you, Ruben. When the code of conduct was passed by the legislature, it was not the intent of the Freemonks that the legislature will complete to ombudsman. Certainly, it was not the intent of the legislature at that time. We have our oversight to perform, and once we perform our oversight in this case, we send the case to the president. The private people, the NGOs, you can say that complaint to ombudsman. So it was not the intent of the law. So we are following the code of conduct. We do our oversight, and let's do our oversight. On that note, I move that first pretend the committee, do I'm a member of the committee, because it was very transparent. We had a mayor here, we gave due process, and the committee for the work and for the recommendations. And this matter was discussed extensively in committee room, then in our consultative room. So it's not a new matter. I move that the report of the committee be received and the recommendations therein be endorsed. Principally, that the report and the recommendations be sent to the president for appropriate action.
Well, while we stating that motion, I read the vote. On readiness, Senator Michael, followed by Senator Sanchez.
Thank you, Madam Pro Tem. My readiness is when you said, let me agree with you that the Pro Tem.
State on readiness.
No, I want to get small background, my brother. Just a minute.
You can say background on readiness.
Yeah, I want my readiness is because it is the Senate making the recommendation, we should extract the issue of fine from the recommendation and accept the other part of the recommendation.
Do we have fines in the recommendation?
Find the recommendation. No, because the Senate doing it. The Senate was not normally to be doing that.
All right, move on. Sarah Jibaste, Sarah Jala, Sarah Amakone, Sarah Pile, Sarah Dopo, Sarah Miguel, Sarah Dillon. Move on.
So I believe the president will proceed as prescribed by law. So let all the options be there and let it go by the law.
No options to remain. Okay. And all readiness. All readiness, Senator Sir Joseph.
I will be ready to vote to the movement. In the committee to come up with more evidence. I don't believe that basically his intent of going there was political.
Second amendment is that we ready to vote that the foreign minister who attended the foreign minister who attended the Liberty Party program
No order to unreadiness. No order to unreadiness. The movement will decide. I'm not a political leader. You want to distinguish between political and winning program. Movement. The foreign minister and present the floor is simple. That's all on the matter. No, but it's a different issue. International Women's Day is not a political event. We continue to clarify. It ain't tailored to vote for anybody. It ain't dog anybody. Movement. The law says you're going to pass the headquarters. You have to read that law. It says you're going to pass the headquarters. Movement.
I will not use the word reject from
We are also accept or reject movement. Accept or reject.
I'm a man that's what I charge for
I will reject. Alright, double. The last one.
For the movement, given that this place is not a court hall where we address individual concerns, and action of the legislature should be almost like a class action that follows through, are we ready to vote that the recommendation to be passed on be considered as a going truth, that all other public officials who are found similar act be taking the same action followed by these civil service agencies followed with them, because this is not a code for we bring individual complaint here. One action should be given for all other actions.
What is the unreadiness?
Unreadiness is become holistic to all other violations.
If anybody complains,
no, but they don't go. They will become a complaint here. We take an action. It's before everybody has said now. That's what I'm saying. So if you follow suit.
What? So you will be ready to vote in. On our side, right? But on the side, unreadiness was a movement. Sorry, the movement will answer.
For continuous argument with the protest, I reject.
Well, all right, that's guy, you have to vote. All you can say yeah, again. Tell one see copy of that letter. Before someone motion. So that my dear is recognized for motion for reconsideration.
Keep your mouth.
Secretary Senate, what's on the agenda?
Report from Senate Committee. Report from the Joint Committee comprising banking and currency, ways, means, finance and budget, and public accounts and audit on the revised request of the Central Bank of Nigeria for legislative authorization to pursue and print Nigerian dollar banknotes. Recommendation. The Joint Committee further conclude that approval of the requested authorization when accompanied by safeguards,
Koga.
rigorous reporting requirements, independent auditing, prudent procurement standards, and continuous legislative oversight is consistent with the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia. The Central Bank of Liberia acts in the internationally recognized principle of sound central banking. Accordingly, the Joint Committee respectfully recommends that the Senate approve the request of the Central Bank of Liberia to procure and print 79 billion Liberian dollars in Liberian banknotes, subject to the conditions and safeguards prescribed in the accompanying joint resolution. For concurrence, respectfully submitted, the Joint Committee on Banking and Currency, Committee on Ways, Means, Finance and Budget, and the Public Accounts and Audit. Committee on Banking and Currency, signed. Committee on Ways, Means, Finance and Budget, signed. Committee on Public Accounts and Audit, signed. Madam President, for example.
Okay.
Distinguished colleagues, you heard the reading of the report from the Joint Committee comprising banking and currency, ways, means, finance and budget, and public accounts and audits on the revised request of the Central Bank of Liberia for legislative authorization to procure and print Liberian dollar banknotes. What is your will and pleasure? We need the Senator Patikwa.
Madam President, distinguished colleagues, having listened to the report of the Joint Committee presented to this body after the completion of the assignments given them, craving the endorsement of this body to endorse the printing of additional banknotes as requested by the Central Bank of Liberia. I move that this report be received. And in light of the reasons to keep up, Senator Toko, the liquidity problem of our country, that this body endorse the report and ensure, give the Central Bank the authority that they are requesting to go ahead and print the required Liberia banknote in order to keep our economy afloat. If I will take a second.
Without receiving our motion, are you ready to vote? On readiness, Senator Finley, followed by Senator Dillon.
I will be an approaching distinguished colleague. I will be ready to vote if the distinguished gentleman from Grand Crew can accept that we concur with the House of Representatives.
I said,
Senator Dillon.
This being the movement, I'll be ready to vote if you will allow or accept two conditions. From the one,
Senator,
that the report be clear with the people who sign the report. So we meet the threshold of the number of persons to sign a report of this magnitude. And if you will also agree that we debate this issue.
I will accept that in order to ensure and to convince our people that the Senate has given its authority, so the signatories can be read for the issue of debating it, having signed unanimously, I think I reject that aspect if I was if you.
any other readiness? So what the board request to read the signatures? All right. So we want to vote and read the signatures? All right. Secretary Kenneth?
Madam Pro Tempore. Committee for the Committee on Banking and Currency. Signed. Senator Councilor Joseph Pato Jallow, Chair. Signed. Senator Amara M. Cornyn, Co-Chair. Signed. Senator Francis S. Doko, the second member. Signed. Senator Johnny K. Quiggy. Not signed. Senator Edwin M. Snow, member. Signed. Senator Creighton O. Duncan, member. Signed. Senator Sir H. Joseph, member. Signed. Senator Daba M. Vapla, member. Signed. Senator Nyan D. Toyin, member, on behalf of the Banking and Currency. On behalf of the Committee on Ways, Means, Finance and Budget, Senator Prince Kemu Moi, Chairman, signed. Senator Creighton O. Duncan, Co-Chair, signed. Signed. Senator Albert Stupid, Chair. Signed. Senator J. Rebel Brown, member. Signed. Senator Sir H. Joseph, member. Signed. Senator J. Alex Tyler, member. Signed. Senator Zoe Emmanuel Pennant, member. Signed. Senator J. Emmanuel Newport, member. Not signed. Senator Simeon Boyman Taylor, member. Signed. Senator Joseph K. Jara, member. Signed. Senator Boto Canet, member. Signed. Senator Wellington Yvonne Smith, member. Signed.
Senator Bessegal Milton Philip, member. Signed, Senator Francis S. Dopo II, member. And signed, Senator Nyan D. Twain Jr., member. On the Committee on Public Accounts and Audit. Signed, Senator Amar Mohammed Konen, chair. Signed, Senator Wellington Jivan Smith, co-chair. Not signed, Senator Bessegal Milton Philip. Signed, Senator Momo T. Saros, member. Signed, Senator Creighton O. Duncan, member. Not signed, and distant, Senator Edwin Melvin Snow Jr. Signed, Senator Jonathan Boychard Sobe, member. Not signed, Senator Francis S. Dopo II, member. Signed, Senator James P. Barney, member. Signed, Senator Abraham Daros DeLong, member. And signed, Senator Samuel G. Koga, member. On the President pro tempore.
Yeah, information.
Yeah, what I read is not a resolution.
It's a report.
Yeah.
It's a joint committee report.
Yeah, but why we don't sign
So they have a joint resolution. Yeah. It was read in the report. There will be the joint resolution. This is the Senate report.
On the Committee on Ways, Means, Finance and Budget, Senator Simeon B. Taylor signed. So all members on the Ways and Means signed.
So, are you ready to vote? All in favor say yea. Against? Motion carried. It's passed. Secretary of the Senate. No, not on LB. Check out Marathon Law.
Comprising the committees of maritime, judicial, human rights claims and petitions, and foreign affairs, on the following. For ratification, 3 conventions: the International Convention on Liability and Compensation for Damage in connection with the carriage of hazardous and noxious substances by sea 2010. GIN Convention. Second, the United Nations Convention on the International Effect of Judicial Sales of Ships. Third, Resolution A 1152-32, amendment to the Convention on the International Maritime Organization, adopted 8 of December 2021.
Distinguished colleagues, you've heard the reading of the report from the committee comprising the Maritime, Judiciary, Human Rights and Claims and Petition and Foreign Affairs. There were those 3 reports. What a motion. Senator Finley,
Important distinguished colleagues, if I move that this report be received, adopted, and that the committee be thanked for the work well done, and I will concur with the House of Representatives.
Without receiving that motion, I will vote. All in favor say yea. Against. That was the last report. Yeah. No, before confirmation, there was a report.
Report from the Committee on Ways, Means, Finance and Budget on an item to ratify the financial agreement, Western Africa Regional Digital Integration Program Series of Project 2 between the Republic of Liberia and the International Development Association, RDA. Recommendation. In light of this and in accordance with the mandate and responsibility of the committee, coupled with the immense benefits Liberia as a nation and people stand acquired by this agreement, it is the belief that a stable framework for any investment would conduce to the effective utilization of economic resources and contribute towards the improvement of living standards. The committee unanimously recommends to plenary of the Senate to concur with the House of Representatives on the ratification of said financing agreement entitled, quote, and act to ratify the financial agreement, Western Africa Regional Digital Integration Program Series of Projects 2 between the Republic of Liberia and the International Development Association, RDA. Done this day in committee room, Committee on Ways, Means, Finance and Budget, signed. Madam President, Pro Tempore and Presiding Officer.
Distinguished colleagues, you heard the reading of the report from the Committee on Ways, Means and Finance on the Digital Integration Program Financing Agreement. What is your word and pleasure? Senator Moy.
Thank you. Distinguished Honorable Pro Tempore of the Liberian Senate, distinguished senators, having listened to this report on the Ways, Means, Finance and Budget Committee, I move, if I can obtain a second, that the report be endorsed and this financing agreement be ratified and sent to the President for action. If I can receive a second.
Without receiving the motion, I read a vote. All in favor say yea. Against. Motion carried. Confirmation. Secretary Assembly.
Report from Senate Committee. Report from the Committee on Autonomous Commission and Agency. On the confirmation hearing of Honorable Edwin K. Jala, Deputy Director General for Human Resource Management Policy Designate, CSA, Republic of Liberia. Recommendation.
We get to ask on the director and we are not getting the outcome. They want to confront somebody there.
In view of the foregoing and in recognition of the current needs of the government, the Committee on Autonomous Commission and Agencies recommends to plenary of the Liberian Senate the confirmation for Edwin K. Jara, Deputy Director General for Human Resource Management Policy Designate of the CSA of the Republic of Liberia. Done in committee room and submitted on this 14th day of July 18, 2026. Signed, each member on Autonomous Commissions and Agency. Oh, Madam President, Pro Tempore.
Distinguished colleagues, you heard the reading of the confirmation report from the Committee on Autonomous Commission and Agencies on the confirmation of Honorable Edwin K. Jala, Deputy Director General for Human Resource Management Policy Designate, CSA, Republic of Liberia. Motion by Senator Finley.
Distinguished colleagues, first of all, thank the committee for the work. And I move that this report and the recommendation therein be received and that votes be taken on the record of the nominee.
Without restating our motion, I read a vote. All in favor say yea. Against. Secretary of Senate, vote on the record. Please call the roll.
Motion ever counted. Senator Sal Hardy Joseph.
I vote yes.
Senator Abraham Zara Dillon. Grand Bassa County, Senator Bryson and Finley. Simon County, Senator Councilor Augustine S. Chair. Senator Creighton Woman Duncan.
Chairman on this committee.
Maryland County, Senator James Pepper Brown. Senator James P. Barney. Franklin County, Senator Sina B. Taylor. Senator Java M. Pablo. Yes. Wrong County, Senator Prince Kemumwe. Senator Johnny Faye. Nima County, Senator Jan Dequan Jr. Senator Samuel G. Koga.
I vote yes.
Grand Julia County, Senator Zoe Mayatena. Senator Thomas Yaya Nimrem.
Abstain.
Lofa County, Senator Councilor Joseph A. Jala. And Momochi Saras. Omni County, Senator Edwin M. Scott Jr. Senator Jennifer Alex Tyler. Margini County, Senator Tuli J. Manga Nukwe.
President.
Senator Nathaniel F. McGill. Riverside County, Senator Wellington G. Smith. Senator Bill T. Claway. Cranfield County, Senator Professor Albert Chair. Senator Limini T. H. Batekwa. River G. County, Senator Jonathan Bota Sope.
Yes.
Senator Francis S. Brooker II.
Senator Jala, you know, confirming that.
Babu County, Senator Putokane. Yes. Senator Amakone.
Abstain.
Madam President Pro Tempore, distinguished senators, the result. 21 senators voted in favor of the motion, none against, and 3 abstained. So the total vote we have is 24.
With that report, the nominee is hereby confirmed. Secretary of Senate, please act accordingly. No, that is the last item on the agenda. All right, so we have 2 AOBs and we give them. We are closing today. We'll read us on assignments, and after that, the ready will present his gift. Then we do the motion to adjourn. So the 2 AOBs. Senator Taylor.
My brothers, the civil calling my AOB is very brief. I raised this issue about the national ID card. I want to emphasize it again to ask this plenary today to take a position and communicate to the president. About a year ago, an executive order ordered the suspension of the issuance of national ID. Our national ID card has expiry date on it. In the face of the suspension, the government issued a directive that all banking institutions and all other institutions dealing with people for identity, including telecommunication companies, dealing with people, financial institutions, money mobile, you should show ID card, national ID, or passport. Not many of our people have passport. We took a decision on the issuance renewal of ID. My issue, Madam Program and distinguished colleagues, is when you tell a cat not to eat the fish not smell. We should ask the executive while discussing on the national ID issue, they should let a moratorium so that people who have the identity in their hand that even expired can use it. In the meanwhile, because they are not responsible, a lot of people are being affected by this Madam Program. Many of our constituents have come to complain to me on this issue. People can't get their money through mobile money or money mobile. People cannot open new accounts because they don't have valid active ID card, national ID. So I'm asking us to take a position today and communicate that position formally on 2 things. The executive should let us know what obtaining with the national ID card issue, and 2, they should consider lifting that order that nobody should touch without ID card, especially if the ID card is expired. Let me accept the people national ID. And number 3, maybe I'm stretching it too far, but our first time hearing that national ID card can expire. We have to follow all of these things. Yeah, I don't understand why national ID card can expire and affect our people. Please, that consider so we can bring some relief to our people.
So,
Hey, hi everyone. Good evening, good morning, good night. Wherever you find yourself. Welcome to the Nightly Exchange. Sorry for my voice. I've been host. I was also doing something that required my voice. So that's why I sound like that. So I sound like a little frog tonight. Bear with me. And just forgive me, okay? But it's kind of late and I'm tired and I'm pretty sure Morris is too. But like we always say, we do this for our country. We just wanted to come up here and talk a little bit about the protest, and and just chat with you guys like we like to do. And thank you so much for coming too, for being here always. We love you for chilling with us every night. I mean, whenever we come on. We may not be one of your biggest platform, but with you, we feel big, right? That's all that matters. With you being here and giving us your precious time, we feel bigger than life. Okay, it's we don't always everybody started from somewhere, so we don't expect ourselves to be big right now before people come. I know a lot of people are used to the bigger. They see little people like us doing little things, and if we're not insulting, causing drama, they don't want to stop by. But it's okay. People who love, who appreciate us doing stuff like this, will stop by, and we appreciate you too. For the love of our country, we come and do this. The love of liberty brought us here. I mean, Liberia. So we love to come here every time and have a say in the conversation, talk about the good, bad, and ugly. And we also encourage every young, old, whatever, who feel like they are not welcome on the big platforms or on platforms. This is a safe space. Just come here. We're not journalists. Everybody here have their own size and have their saying. And we argue the issue here. We're not buddies with everything. Sometimes we disagree, sometimes we agree. And that's the beauty of it. So that's why I always drop the link in the comment section. If you not shy like Amy, you want to come on and have a say. And it's okay. You can have a bad hair day like me. I'm still on here rocking my bad hair. I don't care. I'm here to talk about Liberia. You know what I mean? I'm not here to please people with my hair flowing and my hair and all that. I think it's okay. Reporting myself, but it's all right. We'll make it look good. But for now, it is what it is. So thank you for being here, and please share the show for people who will watch later, because most of the time we see a lot of people watching later than when the show is live. Okay. And with that being said, I see Morris in the back. Morris always said, get on here and start talking, someone will show up. And I was like, no, I'm not going on there by myself. So sorry, try to bring Morris and I kick myself off. Here you are. Welcome, Mr. Morris Kasama. How are you doing today? So how is your day? How what did you see today in the country? I mean, I seen some stuff, but what did you see? What's on your mind? And I know something's on your mind because we're coming here so late and we want to come and have a say in the conversation of the day. The last people that the Liberian people listen to, people who watch before they go to sleep, right? So we always like to come here even when we're tired to do something like that. So what's up? What's going on?
Yeah, not much, man. We here, tired. Uh, what's on my mind? I don't think there's anything on my mind right now besides what we're about to talk about. I wanted to follow the protest, but I realized that the women they were just making beamer. They were not naked. I said.
I didn't see any naked person. So that's what you wanted to watch.
That's the part of the protest I wanted to watch, but unfortunately, and a lot of people are waiting. And a lot of people are waiting for that part of the protest, but unfortunately, there was somewhere talking about, yeah, we can't kill all today. So many people say, y'all move. All of them wake up, they start. We get all the stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, but they brought water tank for them because when Nikki said, I mean, you ready to take bath. So, you know, it was going to be.
A hot water tank.
I don't know whether hot water, but they brought a tank, a water tank. So since they said they wanted to Nikki said, maybe they were just going to make it easier for them. See, because when Nikki said, next thing a shower time, you take bath, you know. So. Yeah, but the country is an interesting country. You know, I didn't really follow the protest, but I know the details of the protest, and, you know, how the protest ended and stuff like that. That's something that I know I can speak to. And, you know, and I also learned that the Senate is still behind Josiah Jokai.
They're still chasing him.
Still chasing Josiah Jokai because for they say you're not supposed to attend any political party, any political event, according to the code and conduct. And I also in that same hearing or discussion, I don't know whether that hearing or discussion, because for them any discussion with somebody at hearing, I saw one of the senators also too saying that the foreign minister should be someone, because she also appeared to Liberty Party for women function. I think that did not go down well with the Senate protest. You know.
Well, that it was a women program.
Well, the senator, according to him, it was held at Liberty Party headquarters. For him,
what does that mean? It's a building.
For him, foreign minister are not supposed to go there. The people just, I don't understand that. I don't really understand where the Senate going, what they really heading to. I don't know. But yeah, we're not gonna be here for long, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah. How you been? How you doing?
I see that a little bit. He's trying to call out the foreign minister for those women.
I think that's Joseph, the former Ebola represent the former Ebola hero. Yeah, that's
Senator Joseph. So yeah, I understand what he was saying, but that wasn't a political rally. It was a women program, National Women Day, and they decided to have it out there. And she was
but it was about Liberty Party women. The program was Liberty Party women organized the program. Of course, they invited other women, but the program was held by Liberty Party women and a caucus or something like that. So
the thing is, let me get this straight. So
right,
if women are organizing something, they shouldn't be from any political party. If they are a political party, then they are not women. They're not supposed to organize anything. That's just stupid. It doesn't make any sense. That is different from having a political or something. I know he's trying to, everybody want to score I got you point, but that is not the same. It's not the same as wearing a political party t-shirt. And I don't think that Nemo thing was a political party. Something. Nemo is not a political party, right? Nemo is it's an organization that is
is a movement. It's a movement.
Yeah. And this guy worked for the president, right? And if you went there, it's not a campaign time. It was a program that they were having for the president. And if you work for the president and they classify that as a campaign something too, I don't know. I mean, they're the one who knows the Lord, but I would not think that to be, if they say campaign time, political rally, and doing all of this, is that what that was? Or it was, I don't know, but hey, that's their cup of tea to send him.
But beside that, Amy, laws are meant for human consumption, for people. Laws are made for the good of the people, so to say. So to pull it, the best way to pull it, laws are made for the good of the people. And so those same people have the right to also challenge the law. Other than that, the reason why you see they got all the court, they got all the judges, they got Supreme Court, because the law itself believe that it can be challenged.
Yeah.
They're just simple. They're just common sense. The law itself believe that it can be challenged. That's why they got court. They got all the judges and they got it. So the very code of conduct have been challenged on many occasions, and people have won it. People have won. People have gone to court. They won it. They won the case against the same code of conduct because there are just certain things cannot be taken. There are just certain right cannot be taken from you.
Yeah.
It's
I
not-
do. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was saying that too. I said that law, I think, is a bit too hard to follow. I can understand if they're saying the tenure positions, right? And people like the executive, what they call them, the EPS, right?
Right.
Those people, they are not supposed to be part of something. I would understand that, right? Because here we call them the secret services, right? Reason being, people like that and people with tenure position, I would understand. Like people like, election commission and EPSs and those people I will understand. Why? Because people like the EPS, they are there to pledge allegiance to their office, right? It shouldn't matter who sits in that office. So you cannot be in that role and be wearing a party t-shirt and campaigning. I will understand because when John Brown leaves tomorrow, if Peter Paul comes in, you're supposed to be there to protect Peter Paul and be loyal to Peter Paul and be there to make sure to protect Peter Paul or to be there for the safety of Peter Paul and his family. That's what that special group is for, right? So you cannot be a part of John Brown political party and then you wearing a regalia and going out and campaigning and then those kind of places, and I would understand it. But a minister who got the 6 year there, just like the president, if he doesn't win tomorrow, that minister is gone. He's there at the will and pleasure of that president. I think it's stupid for that you would say that president will be having anything for that president, and that minister shouldn't be a part of it or will not be a part of it. It just doesn't make any sense. I think they need to kind of zero, like break it down and kind of specify the kind of people that should be that law should be applied to. I don't think it should be everybody. It doesn't, for me, it doesn't make sense to be for everybody.
To be honest, the code of conduct, look, every law, there's an intent for every law. Every law in the world, everywhere, there's always a reason why a particular law was made. Even our workplaces, our handbook, there's a reason why they say you cannot do this, there's a reason why you can do this. Right. So every law has an intent.
And that,
even
exactly. Go ahead. That's what I agree with you.
Even in America, people that can kind of marry, they tell you say when you marry somebody, and they say 2 years. The 2 year, the intent is that to see whether that marriage is actually reliable. If you guys can spend 2 years together, with everything working together as couples, that can convince immigration that yes, this marriage is legitimate marriage. It's a one step forward. So every law has the intent. The intent of this law was to really for people not to use their public office, especially, and the law itself was biased. This is the reason why a lot of times it can be challenged. The law itself is biased because a law cannot be biased because the law mainly targeting people from the executive. The law is not targeting people in the legislature, though. The law is not for people in the Senate, in the lower house. No. The law is not for people in the judiciary. The law is just for people in the executive. That by itself is biased. You can't make law.
It doesn't make any sense to me, yeah.
You can't make law for certain group of people now. The law is people in public office are appointed or in tenure office, right? You, especially in public office, appointed positions, don't use your public office, don't use your power to influence political decision. Don't use public property to use because you got all the property to your under your control, the government cars and stuff like that, this and that. Do not use it to go campaign. Working
Makes
time.
sense.
So that's the whole essence of the law. And seeing in public office, before you if you express interest, so you want to go for election, they say you should resign in 1 year, 1 year. Yeah, 1 year to, I mean, but the thing is that I could wake up in 6 months time,
That's too
I express
far.
I desire, yeah, I can wake up 6 months time, I desire interest to run. So it's the law itself. But the reason why the law has been challenged from time to time, because there are just certain rights you cannot take it from people. Say for instance, in the case of Josiah Joker, right? The program was held on Sunday. It was not working time. It was not working time. The man has his own private life. There's no restriction on the man that you cannot go to play. You can't go to play before you're working for government. You can't go to the other place. You can't go to the other place. No, there's no restriction. The man has his own right. And the Constitution of Liberia says freedom of association, freedom of expression, freedom of movement, So you can't tell the man.
Yes.
The man did not leave the office. They're not working hour. The man Sunday, the man attended program.
Yeah.
You say the man because the man, just because the man. It's just like what how they call it? Say what is the guy name? Nathaniel Magee. Because the man working, the man has to be on Facebook. So the man will go to jail. You see, so sometimes people don't listen to themselves when they're talking. When you carry man, the thing happen on Sunday. The man did not go and declare intention to say one job. Even if the man decide to join, what's wrong with that? The man has his right to de-associate and associate with any group that he wants to, as long as that group is not, it does not threat. It's not a threat to the country. So you see.
I also understand what they're doing too, because Josiah Jokai, as I learned, that he did that to certain people too, right? When he became a civil servant boss. Which is, that's what I'm saying. People who are in those positions.
Like what he did, like what he did for when he became, what he did to people.
They said fired.
What specifically he did? And
They
fire
said
people.
fired people for the same reason. Which I think people who are in those positions, I mean, you cannot certain people, right? During campaign time, people will vote, but you cannot make like the police,
He did not fire. I'm not sure he fired people for the same reason. He didn't. He fired those.
But that's what they were saying in during the hearing. So that's what I'm quoting.
He fired. He fired people from city. I think from city police because for insulting the president, for their continuous insulting of the president. And what they got, the people got fired, and that is on the civil servant law. So they didn't fire them because they went to attend for the.
Was about wearing a t-shirt. That's what they kept saying. So they made it the public. So, but even if people in those kind of places and they said do not, I mean, you can vote, you can do all of those things, but like the military, the police, all those people, they do vote. But you don't see them campaigning, you don't see them doing any of those stuff.
Yeah, because
it's understandable. Why? Like the same
it is against their law.
The same reason why I just said that it makes sense. Those group of people, they don't deserve them. I mean, dissolve that group when another person comes in, right? Those same group of people can stay right there in those positions for another president. So it's like you're there working with everybody. You understand what I'm saying? So that makes so much sense to not get involved with one person, because if you are so loyal to this one guy who's already there, I mean, the next person kind of will not trust you, right? It's kind of like Secret Service again. What do I call them again? EPS, Secret Service. I keep calling them that. Those people, if you're holding a gun, protecting the president we are, and then where you're sitting behind all the party there, I'm sitting at this and then. Joseph Boakai will come in. You think he'll be comfortable that you the single person will be holding that gun standing behind him, protecting him? Impossible. So you understand what I'm saying, right, Morris? So people in those positions, I do understand if that law It's just for, but not people who are appointed ministers as the president comes in. Every person that comes in, appoint a minister of public works, appoint a minister of labor, appoint a minister. Those are not tenure positions. They are there working for the president. If the president don't like what you're doing, you're leaving. So if the president tells you, I need you to be at this program, what would you do? That's your boss. And according to them, that they all with that cliche, the will and pleasure of the president, the will and pleasure, the will and pleasure. So what are you doing? Are you going to deny the president his will and pleasure if he should ask you to be to that program that they're having for me? You understand what I'm saying, right? He hired you. You now
Right.
take your position. You can go whenever. So if they, it just doesn't make sense. That part of the code of conduct to apply to everybody, appointed ministers and stuff, it doesn't make any sense to me. Because it will be contradicting the same thing that they always, the same cliche, will and pleasure, will and pleasure, will and pleasure is contradicting that. And I don't think, yeah, and like you say again, this thing happened on a Sunday. Was this guy using his government card when he went there? Because people should be using their official cards when they're working during the week. If you're not working, so the part that you should have your own personal private card that you use after work. You're not supposed to be using a government card to be going doing your if you gotta go get your bid up or the red light, or gotta go for your party, or gotta go for your drinking spot. You're not supposed to be doing that. That's supposed to be part of the code of conduct. You're supposed to be using your own vehicle. Like I live next to a constable right here that they call police officer in Texas. They will call it constable, right? Right there, his house right next to my house. Every time that man has 2 cars, Morris. Every time he comes home, he parks that car and gets in his private car. He will not touch it until he's in that uniform and getting ready to go to work.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? That's how that's the law. If they catch you in that car doing his personal and whatever business, he could get in big trouble for that. So those are the kind of thing that you assume. But now somebody who was hired by the president, he said, "Oh, they having something for the president, he can't attend," and it wasn't a campaign time.
But
He's not taking public resources and going there. It's on a Sunday. It's yeah, I don't know. The only people I think that law should be for tenure position and people like military people and police and stuff like that. Not everybody, in my opinion.
well, for me, right? See the EPS then wearing CDC T-shirt and stuff like that, right? For me, when the government came to power and the President Boubacar government came to power, for whatever reason they decide to let go of people. Then for me, I have a contrary view to that, because you see, I mean, when you bad leader, President Weah was a bad leader. When you bad leader, you corrupt everybody.
Yeah.
Because you see, sometimes there are certain things people do against their own will. I'm not sure those EPS guys that President Weah should have known that this particular group is separate. I should not politicize this particular group.
Very sacred. It should be, yeah.
That will make you a good leader. When you're a good leader, you will know the difference between what is public and what is private. What should not, you can't come and just corrupt everything. Those guys, most of those guys were coherent.
Yeah, Barry, they didn't have any choice. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, most of those guys were coherent. And sometimes only somebody know how painful the shoe that they wear, the actual pinching that were going in them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because imagine if you come up, you're working with a government where they're telling you that policeman, a trained police officer shot himself 3 times in the head. You see, auditors, I mean, sometimes these things they have, you see people dying mysteriously. Sometimes you got to think about your own life, your family life. If you have to do certain things against your will, you will do it. you would definitely do it.
I'm pretty
I
sure,
don't think
yeah. Those were dangerous times, Morris.
yeah,
You're
it was
right.
dangerous time. Most of the guys were coerced. We're in the
Those
war.
were
You got EPS. You yourself. If there are certain things somebody will say, no, I will not let the person do it, man. If I will not, even though I got the power to let him do it, but no, I will not let him do it, because if I let him do it, I will corrupt his mind. That's how a good leader be. Sometimes even you won't send somebody, you say, no, that child, I can't send you to Baliko for me. Let me send somebody, let myself go by it, because you know very well. Even though when you send that child to Baliko, he will go, but you corrupting that child mind. Because that child he's a man up. So you see, when you get bad leader, if you're not be careful, you could end up just what president we are. Even the media, the female journalists, the people, you just want everybody should be on the okay. So sometimes you just gotta think before you blame people for certain things. Yeah, so when the president came, but I think for security reason too.
For security reason,
Yeah, but to be honest, most of the people that were coerced, I saw the guy. Most of the guys, yeah.
in that kind of situation, what you do is reassign them. People that you don't let. I mean, they can be in this. They can still be part of the squad, but the ones that were something with the president directly, you have to switch them.
You have to. I agree. You have to.
So I do agree
to let them go completely.
Yeah, those were difficult times. Those were
difficult
times. People were thinking about their lives. You're right. They could be. I mean, what can I do? I mean, one of us just shot ourselves like 3 times, 4 times before. God forgive me. I'm not like death, but it just is. The audacity that they think people are so stupid.
Yeah,
stuff
somebody
like
look at you saying,
they
just shot and said, and look at the reason they were giving. Said the man shot and said 3 times. Man, this guy was a trained guy.
Just so stupid to believe that, and somebody who worked in that place for how many years before you came in knows how to deal with gun. Just a glaze of a gun can knock you out. I'm talking about you shooting yourself, and then you on the side too. You gotta shoot yourself too, because I think they say he had bullet wounds on him too, and in the head. It's just, I know they play on the people's minds so much, and some people that believe that. A lot of people in the country don't know how those things, Morris.
Yeah.
But the fact that they think that social media was not there for people like the world to watch that and see them like, are you really serious right now? Is this what you're putting out there for people consumption, like public? This is really what you think that will it was just it's just so crazy. Like,
it was so crazy. Yeah.
So I do believe for people saying stuff like that, a lot of people had to escape during the weird elect government, because some of them when they felt like they were not in the same boat with him anymore or disagreeing with him a little bit, some people that tipped them off. Like, my man, some of their friends, whatever you can do, get out of here. A lot of people will tell you that. The people will just call and say, hey, if you can get out of it, find a way and get out of here. I'm telling you.
It was scary.
People would just leave the country.
It was scary. It was really scary.
I do believe that, there could be some of those situations that those people were in. They were too. But then again, you cannot compromise the presidency security. You don't know. You know what I mean?
I know. Okay, you know what kind of oath they took.
So I mean, they can be part of the squad, but God and the president, that's not going to be an option for those guys anymore. You could have done it like that, instead of just dismissing them all. So but people in that area, in that squad, in that agency, in that, I don't know what else to call them, they shouldn't be part of politics. They should not. They should be the number one for that law.
I always see America. Yeah, they are starting institutions. I don't care who that president is. When that president can, he will not corrupt that institution. They are starting institutions. They will not corrupt that institution. The Secret Service, the FBI, the police.
You're not doing that.
You're not.
Whether you're the worst person, you're the devil or whatever, their
Devil.
oath is to protect that person who occupy that office. Doesn't matter who or he or she is. And that's how it should be. You know, so the code of conduct, that kind of code of conduct, I would think those are the kind of people it will apply. So not.
And when that thing happened in the Senate, and when that thing happened in the Senate,
about the president is,
and the Senate could not even invite, the Senate could not even invite, the Senate could not even invite the EPS boss and ask them why this happened. The Senate, the lower house, none of them.
Abachia, who's preaching fire now, he was the bad boy. How could he call and say, "Oh, President, this is wrong"? Abachia couldn't do that. How dare he? He wouldn't do that. So I mean, that's so I don't think what just and being is being done on a Sunday and going there on his own something and not a public vehicle or anything like. I don't think that.
Yeah, until one of the senators said, "Let them know that they play an court Hoyer." Yeah, one of the senators said, "I'm not court Hoyer. Let's be careful how we do some of the things." Then, yeah, they play an court because they think the whole play will be like a court now.
Like that you happen, and I wonder, and I said, and dude, come on. You can only give that recommendation to the president or whoever, but that is not your place to do it. The president can agree to it, whatever he can decide not to. He just don't something that we can maintain him. But anyways, let's move on to our last topic, the protests. So I don't know if this protest was protesting or it wasn't, but one of my mothers tried to pull a stunt, right, on the police. I don't know where they got that gun from, Morris. I don't know if you saw that part of it.
Yeah, I saw the gun. I saw the part of it. Yeah, I saw that clip.
She said, "Oh, we there's a let me see. I think I have that video. Well, there's a weapon that we stick." I'm like, dude, seriously, but go ahead. I don't know what you saw about that. Something, but go ahead while I look for the video. I think I have a video of that with him. And another one too that the IG is warning him. I think if that's what the IG says is true, he should be arrested. If they took that gun from a police person, that's a serious crime.
I listened to the IG and I listened to Morba Molo as well. The IG said a police officer was stripped, I know, from his firearm, and that firearm was taken by, I think, the protesters and stuff like that. So, and that is a gun that is so Morba Molo. And Morba Molo will answer question, and if that is the case, it's a serious crime. Even America, you can disarm. You can disarm national security. You cannot. You can't even touch them before after you disarm them.
You can't even touch them. That's serious.
Yeah. You can't even put your hand on them before after you disarm them. You touch police in the country, you're unfinished. Before after you disarm them. You know. So the IG said in fact that's not even the first time. Even the December 17th protest, they did the same thing to one and something Belete, one Amara Belete or Amara something.
And wow, they keep allowing it to happen.
Yeah,
maybe that's why I keep repeating itself. That's a crime. Why do you let them get away with it?
So the police said Morba Molo will answer a question. If he found guilty, because he's the head of the protester, he will bear the full weight of the law. But on the part of Morba Molo,
so yeah.
Yeah, on the part of Morba Molo, you had a gun. The fact that you even have a gun in the fact, look at the way you were holding the gun.
Fingerprints everywhere.
In the midst of people, you're holding gun like that. You're not even supposed to be holding that gun like that. You were not even supposed to hold that gun like that. But according to Morba Molo own saying, the government planted somebody among the protesters with a firearm, and they were able to take the firearm from the person. Who is that person? Morba Molo not named the person.
Because he's lying.
Who is that person that you take that arm from? When you took the firearm, did you call the police to report the firearm? To
No,
turn the firearm over?
you can't eat show it.
You didn't do it. They come on, show you holding the gun like that. God. You know, sometimes when you're stupid, sometimes when you're stupid,
Yeah.
God can be you stupid more. When you're stupid and you can't, you want to be stupid, God can be you stupid more. That what can happen sometimes. When you're arrogant and you want to be, and you're proud, and you're so proud of your arrogance, God can be you arrogant, become arrogant more. That's just the case of Modu. Modu, you the head of the protester. You the head. Anything happen anywhere where there's a protest, if just in case something happened, the organizers of that protest are the ones that will answer questions.
Mm-hmm.
Even when you go to Ministry of Justice for permit or whatever, you call it, telling the police, you inform the police about your protest, they will always tell you, okay, you are allowed. But just in case anything happen, the head of the protest will be held liable for anything. Molo, you not know that one there? Then you yourself, by your own admittance, they will catch a gun, will take the gun from somebody, they plant them or they had a gun here, who is the person? And you take the gun, you die. And on the other end, the police are reporting that somebody, a national security was stripped off from that,
Yeah, that's what it's there.
yeah. I don't know, man. On the part of the protest, look, anybody can protest. Even 10, 15, 20% can come on the street and protest, but all we know, the variables that led to most of the protests under President Weah, those variables are not the same.
Mm-hmm.
Those variables are not the same. You cannot manufacture. You can't make things up. Those variables are not the same. They are not the same.
People
When
like to
President
make
Weah,
it seem like it is, but
they are not the same. Look, don't mind the Facebook noise. Don't mind the talk show that we can sit down and talk show and talk our thing and stretch our feet. No. The larger population are not on social media. The larger population are not the one that listen to us. People saw what happened. When President Weah took over, the first 1 year, 2 year, it was like a chaos. The introduction of President Weah to the people was chaos. The first 1 year, you can't even find rice. Before I talk about, you can't even find rice. Rice, you can't find in the country.
You can't find rest for Liberian people.
You can't even find rice in the country. Even money, all the bank were empty in the country. All the people telling, oh, when you want to send 200-300 for somebody, when you send 300, maybe when I go to the bank, that 200 I will get, or maybe I will get 150. Even the banks were empty. Until Samuel Twa himself, the finance minister, said yes. Everywhere in the world, the government can do it. They can take money from the bank, and afterward, everything they put it out there, this and that. They empty the whole bank. Or some of the bank, they were even scared. The bank was empty. You couldn't even find gasoline was short. You get people standing in line sleeping. So gas station for gas. 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, people start leaving the street. Because the whole country was scary, the street was dark. Plane coming, plane can't even land. You know how many times plane came to the airport, you can't even land, you gotta go somewhere else to go land. People saw it.
It was a
25 million came into it. 16 billion. People dying, full auditors, this and that. So the variables are not the same. The variables are not the same. You will get few hands of people that will come on the street, but to say you put people on the street, 1 million people, this and that, where they will come from? The variables are the same.
They want to do it like what is that, June 7th protest?
Because the protest will protest too.
Like you said.
And like I said, people say the government took over, people taking pay regularly on a regular basis. People taking pay. So it's not even a news. On that we are, even when they pay, it's a news. The work that people work their own pay. When they pay them, they make news out of it. How you compare it? So the variables are not the same.
That's the thing. Like you said, they were there. People could see there was a need to protest. People could see why protest was about, why the protests were being called, right? Money truck getting missing. Samuel told that he going to money changer here and there. 16 million or 16 billion, whatever. And then you see condominiums, houses being built here and there, home broken down or something. So, you know, there was a need. People seeing it, why they should protest, right? There was a need for that. But you here in this administration, nobody's saying it's perfect and it's super and everybody's enjoying it, but no, you're seeing things happening, right? You see, like you said, people are getting paid, even though things are not super, but things are happening. You're seeing development going on. The country is hard. Yeah, we've seen the reason why the country is hard because people are getting hurt from development because people are getting what you said, like you said, people have to pay the price, right? It comes with pain. Those things are happening. Yes, things are harder now than it was 5 years ago. Even in America, we used to buy the box of rice that I bought for what $18 at Sam's Club now. Guess how much I used to buy it before? $6, $7.
Mm-hmm. And look at gas.
The same price anymore.
And I'm paying for gas now. So you spend $5,000 for gas. The average American they come spend a car, using a car every day, spend almost like $5,000 on gas every year.
Exactly, and that's not what it used to be before. So
No.
things are different every time. So it's not unique to Liberia. The whole Africa, we are going through. Then the war in the Middle East added on it too. In Iran, added on it too. It's not the same. You know, there's the reason why these things exist now. So to say that it's the same, nothing has changed, and everything just going backwards, people who say that they are not, they're not real. They're just saying that because they want to prove some kind of point, but it's not real. So why would you want to put people in the street? And then the face of the protest too, Morris. The face of it, the messenger. This guy who has been there for the last 6 years, he saw every bad thing that was happening, Morris. It's not like he didn't say it. He saw it. He talks about it. But guess what? He didn't have the stomach, the balls to come and talk about it the way he claiming he's doing now. He didn't have that much love in his blood for Liberia then, right? He had to go and sit down and be gossiping about it. And somebody had to record him and brought it out in the open. That's how we know he knew. And he had a problem with it. But the stomach was not there to talk about it. But now you're not turning to the lover of Liberia. 100 million drugs. You didn't even say I think we dropped the ball on this one. You understand what I'm saying? Just to say something. You did not say that. But 19 million, you come here now where they investigating, everybody eyes on there, all hands on deck, investigation going on, and things are happening. You come in there acting that we want to know. Who's going to take that serious if it's not just their base? Morris.
But I listened to Molu talking about they were interview. I think everybody was interviewing him from Spoon. I saw that clip. I know Damo, right? The man talking about if you put his character and Boaga character on the same pedestal, it's a mismatch. He got more character than Boaga.
Really?
Yeah. Damo interviewing him. He got more. You can't even compare his character to Boaga. You can't even compare the two of them. But here is Maba Molu. Maba Molu was the chairman of CDC. Under Maba Molu, see what happened to CDC. The man could not even control CDC. This man was not even control CDC. He didn't even know what happening. He was not even president. We were not even speaking of him. They just leave him there because they feel that he got the young people behind him. That was the only reason.
You're gonna hear bust the secret, so
That's the only reason because they felt like he got the young people behind him. They will go strike this and that. That's the only reason why they care. President Weah wanted to get rid of him for that his chairmanship position. But because he was advised that President leader man, just cutting off and just leaving there, let just be there. They may not even know what was going on. Under the man leadership as the chairman, you know how many presidents lose? You know how many presidents lose their seat? Even the president will lose his seat. The man could not even open his mouth to speak, could not even say anything. Everything that happened in the country, instead, like you said, he will do it through gossip. They will not even say anything. That the man today talking about how he can't even compare him and Bouaka. It's in Bouaka looking about him and Bouaka. But the messenger, I can't believe you now.
Yeah, the messenger, like I said, the messenger is not. It's not. The people are not looking at that. It's not genuine. So people are looking at that as a big hypocrite, standing there acting like he's something, which he's not. That's why the protest is always poor. We got people looking like I don't want to come and talk about protests. What the man doing? He trying. That is one that was just there. I mean, these are the things you hear people saying when they see talking about mobile. They're only people who you hear all energized about protests and doing this and doing that. Oh, that's the DJs. They're best. That's the only people. Other than that, nobody else. So it's crazy. That's why, and it's always falling flat on the face. And they will not give up. They keep on coming in. Nobody's afraid of that. I mean, like, that's your right to do so. But when you decide to do the little funny little thing and not just to draw attention, try to act like somebody playing this, somebody when you not go commit a crime, and then you want to act like somebody's trying to do something to you or the protester just to get attention, then that's a problem.
And one thing about the government, they will not even bother you. And you can wake up, you say you can start a campaign already. You see, when you start running, when the road too long, and you start running soon, and you not get energy, you get tired soon. And you can wake up, soon they move the next day, say going tall. It's not a small thing.
You get eating color and not saying down the road.
Yeah. He start campaign. He came out there, they say, come and start. You will get tired.
I love how people ignore him, how the government ignore him. This is what the people did.
Yeah.
That's why I hear people say, oh, the government after me, the government. I'm like, after you for what?
They say you go 15 county, they start looking for money. Say, yeah. You talking about you won't compare the protest, people are paying their own money, people are contributing to protest. On a weird time, people are paying their own money, sending money from overseas, abroad in Liberia, people are raising money for protest. Because the variables are different. The variables are not the same. And you can manufacture it.
No,
and look at you. Right after cities the leper Molu, he say no more in politics. I resign from politics. I'm running advocacy group and blah 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 blah. Call this thing. And you more political. Who will take this serious?
Exactly. That's the strategy. So
who will even take this serious? Who you ask for money? What kind of NGO you go ask them for money? Will say that money given to you. Then you think Bouaka will call you? You think Bouaka that Ellen Johnson will call you and give you something? You
put him ready give. What that person Bouaka said? Gafwan, you put him ready.
That Omega. Yeah.
Person Bouaka said, yo, getting people change the protest that are rights.
That Omega will never call you.
So I tried to find a video of Mobile when he was talking about something. I don't know where I saw that video. I can't see it.
Madam Sally brought out even when cost Madam Sally causing will call you and give you job. Oh, President Bouaka, go ahead.
Why everybody's so mad at President Bouaka? They say he's not doing the same thing. Somebody actually said that. Oh, doing Madam Sally time. When you do that, you start doing it one. Madam Sally will call you and do that.
You talk too much.
Will keep you close.
I
said, are you serious? I said, this is the
yes,
change
that's true.
President Bouaka for?
All the small country, all the border, Master Gracie, this and that, Tamir Harry, all the border. Just Madam Sally used to call people just because you call you on the radio. Every morning you call on the radio, Madam Sally will call you. Who that boy? Who is that young man? I'm hearing him call on the radio every morning. Who is that young man? That Madam Sally right there.
Yeah, but that's not
because calling the radio every morning.
To be doing.
Yeah,
so what's the change? The person I said myself started going back and forth. I said, so what's the change you are voting for then? If you want a president worker to come and be bribing people because they're talking, or bribing people because they say they're going to protest, that Madam Sally would do, then what's the change there that you say you are supporting?
What kind of clip you want place to go for?
This is the one that I couldn't find the one that Mother was talking about. He found every time I send you a video, but the one that Gregory was warning him is what I'm by the way.
Molu, bring our gun. It constitutes a criminal offense.
Molu.
We know you got it.
Bring our
And
gun.
you must bring it. Nah, we're waiting for you. The LMP is taking all necessary investigative and legal measures to recover that firearm. But we know where it is, we know who has it, and this is a direct warning that it must be turned over immediately. The assault on a law enforcement officer and illegal possession of his service weapon, it constitutes a serious criminal offense that threatens public safety.
Wow. That is, you know what? Greg needs to take some serious action with this. This is no joke. Because if you let this thing slide, people would think they can be doing it and get away with it. And what are you doing? You're putting your officers at risk if you do that. He needs to take serious action with this. Model needs to pay whoever that they used to take to do that. Assault the officer. God, no, they did not just take that person's gun, Jeffrey like that, and just something there. I'm pretty sure something was like there was an assault that happened, and they need to, and taking his gun too. Oh my goodness, this weren't a serious. I don't know why the IG even said they're talking about Madu bring that gun. Aren't you supposed to go arrest the man? Some of the madness has got to stop. The lawlessness, they have to be serious about doing things to put stop to some of these things. The man had a gun in his hand. Everybody's seen it. There's a video to that effect that is out there. Everybody saw it. So what are we going to do? Oh, you know, the something narrative now, Morris. Oh, the police want to clamp down on freedom of speech, so-called advocates of democracy. Police want to clamp down on freedom of speech because people were protesting, so they want to go arrest the president. That would be the. But thank God, he is like him on video with that gun. You understand what I'm saying? So nobody would say they planned it on him, because that would be the next one. Oh, they planned it on the man. He did not send him. Molly himself came up and came out and showed that gun to the public, lying, making up story that somebody they got it from somebody. I don't know who they got it from. That they have turned to police now. That they couldn't call the police. They couldn't send, but they had to be the one to take the gun from the person and standing there with it. That's no. He needs to be arrested. They don't need to be calling. He said bring out gun. That's showing no seriousness, Mr. IG. I don't like that. Seriously. Where am Morris? Yes,
Yeah, but like you said, the IG need to be more robust. You know, sometimes the position, the person you are, sometimes it bring different flavor, a different kind of mindset and thinking about it. It make people to see the institution different. You see, when during Taylor time, when Jote was not a terrible person, but just the name Jote as a police director, everybody was people are afraid of who Jote was. But I think Greg, the IG, Mr. Koma, he needs to be robust. He needs to be forceful. He needs to be forceful. He really needs to be forceful. Liberia is still considered a post-war country. What do I say that from our behavior? Even though the war finished more than almost 20 years now, but it still look like a post-war country. You know, like we're just coming from the war. Like every election is like a post-war election, like the first election right after the war.
Yeah, bro, baby, they flying around.
Yeah. You know, like you said, Molu, that one in Molu not even supposed, they're not even supposed to go sit and say, Molu, bring the gun, Molu. No, send people to Molu house.
You
Whatever
supposed
Molu.
to be at Molu house.
In fact, you're supposed to give ultimatum to Molu. Give Molu 5-hour ultimatum. If you're not turning yourself over, you'll be arrested anywhere. Anywhere you are found, you'll be arrested. If you're not turning yourself, we'll give you this amount of hours to turn yourself over, along with the arm. Or else you'll be arrested. Anywhere you're found, you'll be arrested. And what are you supposed to do? Not by telling Molu, bring the gun.
What's that?
But yeah,
What
man,
is
it was
that?
it.
If that
Yeah,
was some different person, is that how you're gonna handle it? You're gonna be sitting there telling the person to bring a gun? I don't like that. I don't like that. You need to be serious and robust about it.
yeah. You need to be
This
forceful.
man got a gun. They can go and use that gun on somebody and lie.
You are police director. You are police director of the country. You need to be forceful. You can't be soft. No.
Don't
Mr.
care what
Kuma, you
people
cannot.
say. Who cares? People will always talk. As long as you're not doing anything wrong. You're doing what is right. You trying to something law and order in the country, and not just have some a group of people running around and think they're above the law. You're not even believe some of these people that will be sitting there, Morris, and now they're having something in the police that, oh, we don't know what the police scheme to do here. We don't know why they're there. They always trying to, some of them like, they are the national police. For goodness sake, what makes you think if they show us know what I mean, they're bothering you or they're picking on you or whatever? They're supposed to be everywhere to protect people. What's wrong with you?
You mean in America, yeah. In America, police can come and park in front of your house. Yes, I mean you got the right to ask them. Say, sir, is there anything? If they tell you, say, stay away, back off. You back off. They don't have to explain to you anything. If you can ask them, yes, you can walk to them and say, sir, is there anything? Is there any problem? Is there anything? If they decide to explain to you, fine. If they tell you back off, stay away, you stay away. You cannot tell them they must tell you because that they're in your area or that in front. No. And even like bureau, there's the law. Sabotage security operation is a crime. In like bureau is a crime. Yeah, it's a crime.
Yeah.
The country.
We don't know why he's here. He's something again. They're here. They're here to bother us. We don't know why they always show. I'm like, what? They can be anywhere they want to be. As long as they're not bothering you. If you're not doing anything, you shouldn't be bothered by that persons. They are the police. They are security. They are supposed to be anywhere. If maybe you're doing something, you don't know whether the neighbors called them or somebody complains, say you're doing something. You don't know that. You can't just assume that because they show up. What can I say?
But here,
police there to come disturb. Like, really?
Yeah, you somewhere police can just show up. Everybody starts thinking, but who called the police? Who called the police? Who called the police? So you can't even ask people. That's not your business to ask them, who called you. Yeah, sometimes you can ask the police can just say, yeah, somebody called me. They don't have to tell you who called. You know. But yeah, I mean, it's 1 o'clock. After 1 o'clock at my end. What the time? It's 12 o'clock.
12. I was trying to find that video with a gun in his hand, but I can't find it. So let's just go ahead and post it.
Yeah, man.
I just seen the pictures of it, but I wanted a video.
Yeah, it was Molu. I don't know, man. It's just I don't know what the end goal of this fight he fight. I don't understand this because it's almost like when he started for he had people behind the Akara graders and that, but I think I don't know whether he's doing this to try to cement the relationship between President Weah and the CDC. I don't know. I don't know whether that's what he's doing it for, or he's doing it for his own selfish interest, that thinking that the government will compromise with him to somehow. Yeah, You know, I don't know, but let it continue. It say, hey, December 17 and July 17. Maybe that after that every 6 months, 17, 17. So maybe the next
Oh,
17
December
will be December
17
17.
again.
No, the last protest was in December 17.
Oh, and then it said July 17.
17. Maybe the next one will be December 17 again.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it was a good one. I mean, thanks for the show. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Morris. Thank you everyone for watching. And we, our country, like we said, everybody have that, constitutional right, but just because you have a right doesn't mean you can just get up and, abuse it for no reason. You got rights, yeah, you can exercise that rights, but what if you don't need to? Just to show yourself, especially where you're doing it and making you look bad every day, making you to look like a hypocrite, making you to look like, fun. What's the purpose of that? Just to say, oh, because I got rights, I got rights. Yeah, we all do have rights. Does that mean you should be lying to the people and people are coming lying to you because the other one talking about, oh, we will negate ourselves. What the thought when they said that, what was going to happen? People are going to be shaking in their boots. I mean, what was the point of that? Of saying that and then it ain't happen. It's not like we were praying to see it happen, but if you come out here and say something, if you want for people to trust you and hold you by your word, you don't just come out and just speak all loosely. You should mean what you say. Then people will take you seriously next time. What's the point? Do you know the significance of nicking yourself for a protest? Do you know what kind of volume, what kind of message that is sending? Then for no reason, no good reason. Okay, you coming stand in the street for what? With a bunch of hypocrites who are just there, did worse than whatever, and they're passing around lying because they're seeing development, they're seeing things happening. They want to muddy the people's mind. They think people are still stupid. So they want to keep coming out and say, oh, nothing happening. Like I said, if they're not seeing it, and the people themselves, most of them know what's happening. They're excited about it. They are hurt, some of them, but still, they understand because why? They want development. They want to see these things happen. And they big hypocritical mouth want to come and stand and you there being a sister or a woman who's supposed to have some respect and want to stand behind something that have some kind of value or something, then you can't stand with some hypocrite because you think you want to show solidarity to CDC or whatever it is. We love the party supreme for my foot. And come out making such a declaration with nicking ourselves. Do you know what you look like now in people's eyes? You know how many people on the social media or even in the country even talking about your foolishness, your loose talking. People will not respect you, seeing you out there, seeing you or putting your face on camera, talking nonsense like that. It should mean something. Those people naked themselves, those prayer people, Morris, doing a war for the war in fashion, right? To sit down and have peace talk. Because people were tired of dying. They were tired of the war, people fighting, people suffering, people dying. The country has gone into the worstest ever, and they were just tired of running around. And they had no choice but to do that. You come out with nothing that I go on something bunch of stupid people in party. We were naked ourselves. Do you know that's like disrespecting those people who did it for peace? That's what the journalist say. Okay, I'm gonna just shave good. You just be making fun of you. I'm gonna just shave good. We'll charge our phone battery there and something because they know it's stupid.
The part of the protest everybody was waiting for, but
understand.
We'll not
People
see
are
it.
just
So
making fun of it. So that's what they were waiting for. Oh, just make sure you shave good before you get to the mansion. You just bend down. You just do that. Like all kind of stupid things people just send it on social media because somebody can and you disgracing yourself like for who? Well, we are wife are gonna be in front of you to be naked with you too. Mother is he married? His wife are gonna be there too.
I mean, I wanna get chicken still living with him.
Man, we're gonna keep praying for our country and just these, the good thing is that they are Liberians. We'll pray for them, but we are glad that those group of people they are not in a majority that can just make we are president or make these people just come back. It had to be a collective effort, right? And most of the independence people who don't believe in the political party or people who always add on to those people to take them across the line, they are not thinking that way anymore. That's the good thing about it. Some of them are saying, even though some of them are playing politics because they want to be the next person in 2029, they're talking, oh, there's nothing changing. There's something, but the people who can go and cast the votes, they know that something is changing. Is it enough? No. Is it perfect? No. Are they perfect? No. But it's better than what we had before. That's what I always say. Comparing it to what was there before, what was before and what is now, it's not the same. I don't care who else who can say what is not the same. Okay, so that's the hope that we have that things can get better. That's the hope that we have that someone is there who care about changing those things, and not people who are just there caring about their own pockets and their own selfish interest and letting people who trusted them, who believe in them, letting them down and say that, oh yeah, they but still because they love them, because they care for them, so they'll still call them good leaders. They're still lying to them, they still believe in it, But anyways, we are here. Thank God. We're gonna pray for long and healthy life to see 2029 this 2029 that everybody always threatening, Morris. Wait till 2029. As soon as somebody said move a bit market forward, go in the market. All right, 2029 coming. Everybody threatening for 2029. We will pray for Lord and healthy life so we all can see the 2029 and do all what we can do by the grace of God. And we'll make sure by the grace of God, our country is not going back. We're moving forward. We're not going backward. That's for sure. Thank you everyone for coming. Thank you for being here so much. Continue to share this show, and we will see you guys when it went, Morris.
Maybe tomorrow or Monday we will see. Because tomorrow on this the weather will be bad. The weather will be bad tomorrow.
Raining?
Yeah, the weather thunderstorm tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. Yeah.
I have a nice weather tomorrow. I had a bad weather last weekend, but yeah, I got
we'll see. We'll see how the day look like tomorrow.
Maybe something might happen. Maybe Mara will get arrested. We'll see some things to talk about. So hopefully he does. Not because someone's picking on him, but to set a precedent that you cannot do these things and think that it's okay. We don't want to law the state. We want people to be thinking that, there's a certain group of people can just get away with something. No, that's not right. That is a crime, and he needs to pay. Him and whoever that did that, they need to pay. And the IG needs to put on his big boy boots and stop that Malu. We're not going. No, We need more than that. But thank you, everyone. Have a good night. For those who are awake, have a great day, great Saturday, and we see you guys. And continue to share the show. We appreciate you for being here. We love you. We appreciate you. We love our country, Liberia. There's no place like home, like Dorothy will always say. The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. I don't know which one of you have seen that movie. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. So that's like me in Liberia, right? Take me back to Kansas. Take me back to Liberia. But anyway, good night, y'all. Have a great night, and thank you. Continue to share this show, and we will let you know Monday or tomorrow. Maybe when Mother Garrett will be here.